Good morning. Welcome to my food forest. Welcome back. I'm just finishing the watering of my nursery here. And then I thought I'd take you on a morning walk. This is my favorite time of the day, early morning, because it's still a little bit cool. And it was so hot during the last few weeks that it's not always easy here in South India. But so I haven't been doing a lot in the garden, lots of work. But I have been doing some small nursery work and just collecting and saving seeds and planting them in my nursery to spread them out again, the baby plants, once the summer rain arrives. There is plenty of papayas, and I planted a lot of mint, and then I have some insulin plant that I saved, some cucumbers, rosella, the bone plant here, some licorice leaves, hibiscus, lemongrass, and lots of small vitamin plants that I can share with other people. Because of those I really have enough. Some basil and some fruit seeds, of course, because now it's fruit season and I'm blessed with so many fruits. So in the morning I usually just walk through the garden and harvest whatever is ripe, and I wanted you to come with me and see the transformation of the place and what's happening here. Now, as I have told you before, I have really just done the bare minimum in the garden, and it's so interesting to see how the nature organizes itself if you do the minimum of interference. And I can learn and I can just observe, and the minimum that I do is just walking through the garden with my knife and chopping my way through, so I can harvest all the fruits and see a little bit better and free the sprinklers so the garden still gets some water. But here, for example, it's so beautiful. This is a forest tree, and then on top it's now overgrown with passion fruits. I had it before and then I had to remove it, but now again it's full of passion fruits. And then on top of the passion fruits there is bottle gourd growing. So the passion fruits now is the structure for the bottle gourds, which hang down. And this is so amazing because bottle gourds like to spread and you need a big structure and it's a lot of work. But this is how nature works. So it just gives one chance to the other plant to grow on top of the other one. And it's so interesting. There is also wild passion fruit growing up there with these beautiful tiny passion fruit flowers, and the wild passion fruits, which taste completely different. They are not sour at all and have a strong taste, but they are delicious. And they are growing as well, mixed into this jungle of vines and leaves. And underneath, it gives me lots of shade during the summer, and there are so many other things growing, like the spiral leaf plants that I love so much. It's such a crunchy, really crunchy, delicious, refreshing, sour-tasting leaf that you can use in salads and juices and smoothies. And then also there's a lot of ginger here, galangal, and the Ayurvedic long pepper, which is such a beautiful pepper to use instead of normal pepper because it grows in abundance, and I can use the leaves as well for giving some taste to my salads. Yeah, so this is really beautiful. Oh, besides the passion fruits on the back, I also have some wild grapes right now. Can you eat wild grapes? Let me know, because they taste strange and they only have one seed inside, but the wine looks beautiful. Now here in the back there is another flower tree that's overgrown with passion fruits, and it's so great because it provides so much shade in summer. Probably I will leave it for one season to get the fruits and then take it down, because the flower tree is as well very beautiful, and I have to take care that it doesn't spread over all my new planted papaya trees and invade the whole garden. If I would leave it, probably I would have like a shade cover over the whole garden. But right now it's wonderful to create some shade in summer. It gives a complete nice climate to the garden, and I need to water much less. Now back here, these are in winter my vegetable beds, and now it's just pretty overgrown with lots of weeds actually, and also lots of these Mexican sunflowers. If they get too big they break, but I can also break them. This one is a little bit heavy to break, I need a knife, but just break them and add them to the ground here as a mulch. They're really good for the soil and makes a good pot, and they grow really nice in summer. So, and they make beautiful flowers. Now there's plenty of curry leaf growing here, papayas up here. I have again papayas after the devastating cyclone last winter, and I got a really small, it's like this size, maybe I have to turn the camera, a small, beautiful star fruit tree, and those are sweet star fruits, so so tasty. I have a few star fruit trees which are basically almost all year round full of star fruits. One is always producing, or more than one. Some are sweet, some are sour. I like the sweet ones, and those are really tasty. And this custard apple tree is full of custard apple, and some get eaten up. I realized that I have to pick them earlier, because otherwise I will not have any of those. Let's see if we can find some ripe ones. I still like to take them only when they are ripe, and sometimes they're not easy to take down, and I have to climb the trees to get to the ripe ones. I got one that probably tomorrow will be ripe. Oh, there are so many that are eaten up already. But I got one that is almost ripe. And there is another one. And the turmeric is growing huge here. And this is another custard apple tree which is starting to produce as well. It's so nice to see all the fruits in my garden now. Some okra is growing here, curry leaves, bananas, papayas, and I'm walking here on the trench with full of mulch. And here it's pretty overgrown on this side of the garden, but looks like I have to harvest those papayas. And this one is for the birds, but those I really have to pick today if they will not mash. And there is another one right here, and I will take the half ripe as well to make it juice maybe. probably I need to get a bowl to collect the fruits later. And sometimes it's not easy to find them because it's so overgrown, everything, that if I'm not really attentive to see where they fall, I will not find them anymore in the greens here. So there was another one. We got it. And sometimes they fall really far. It's getting hot already. It takes me longer than usual to walk and harvest. But I just discovered one of my favorite summer fruits. You guess pineapple. Just homegrown pineapples are just the amazing best thing ever. Like any fruits that you pick yourself when they are ripe. The only fruit that actually ripens after picking is bananas, and everything else. Even if you buy a pineapple that is green, it will probably turn yellow or orange after a few weeks, but that doesn't mean that's ripening process. So pineapples, if they're taken green, they will not change the taste when they get yellow. So if you want to eat it, you can eat it straight away. You don't have to wait 2 weeks because that's just the deteriorating of the cells, and the color changes because of that. But it's not the ripening process. That's why many people say that they come here and say, I can't eat pineapple, I'm allergic, I get like a mouth rash. But that's just because they're unripe, picked unripe. Usually pineapple has no to really minimal acidity. It's not an acid fruit by itself, by nature. It's a sweet. And just back here, this is a mulberry tree, which gave the first mulberries this year. It's actually a long green mulberry that is really sweet. It tastes like honey. I thought it's not producing any fruits, and I wanted to chop it down. And then that day, I saw the first fruits on it. So I definitely gonna keep it and propagate it throughout my garden. But back here, there is a beautiful soursop tree, and right now it's full of soursops. They're sometimes really difficult to spot because they are green. The tree is green. So sometimes it's really difficult to catch the right ones because they stay green. They just turn light green. What grows really well here in summer is the Malabar spinach, which is such a great spinach. And the leaves get so big that you can make these beautiful wraps with it. Use it as a wrap, actually. And this one is coming quite nice, growing up this structure. Yeah, otherwise the vegetable beds are really mostly spiral leaf plants, lots of Manatakali, which is a white berry, and then some mint, and also lots of Rosella, which does good in the heat. I even started to plant more papaya trees here on the beds because I will focus probably more on fruits than on vegetables. I don't need so much space for vegetables. The fruits just make me really happy. And there's another custard apple I really have to chop here a little bit. These paradise birds, some papaya down here, and lots of spicy chilies. And then up here again, a passion fruit vine, which is going wild and covering another big flower tree. But it's a good structure, and I will try to plant down here as well some bottle gourd because it worked so well over there. We can really learn from nature if we just let it be, and then it shows us what grows good together. Many people are concerned which plant with which plant will work, but if you just plant and you leave it, you will see which works together. I'm just gonna make a quick stop here to place the fruits in a basket and then continue the treasure hunt in the garden. It really feels like a treasure hunt in the mornings when I walk around. And the papaya trees up here, all the papaya trees that got chopped, made side branches, so they're producing now. And I got plenty of papaya. Goes so quick. There's another one here, it's a male. My friend told me that you can chop the male plants and they will turn into female. I'm not sure about that, but I'm definitely gonna try. And it's easier than to replace them because they already have some nice roots. And there's so many more papayas here which made side branches and will grow back. And then this passion fruit here gives such a beautiful shade. I got another walking trench here, which I have to maintain because I give some tours every Sunday in my food forest and people have to be able to walk around, even if it's not easy for most of them. And I just discovered the first fruits on this other, it's another star fruit tree. Wow, they're pretty high. Some have fallen here and sometimes I can just shake the tree and collect them from the ground. They are really juicy, and if I have many, I do juices, and I also love them as a snack. You can dehydrate them, and it's the only really dehydrated fruit that I like because they don't really stick to the teeth like other dehydrated fruits, which you have to be really careful. There's another mulberry here and lots of tapioca as well on this side. And I really love how the garden is organizing itself. And it's so fun and so much to discover, and everything is so cleaned up and organized. So for me, it's each time a discovery to walk around. There's a pomegranate tree here, which pretty much soon will give fruits because it made some beautiful red flowers and some pomelos. And back here I have another first fruit that I could try last week. It has many flowers on it and I think it will produce more, but I could taste one and it's called peanut butter fruit. And it's a beautiful fruit and it really tastes like peanut butter. So it's so interesting to try a new fruit and then it comes from my garden that I never ate before. Now the cinnamon tree here is huge and I really need to prune it, as well as the lychee. And I think I just discovered another pineapple that I have to pick today. Maybe I leave it for tomorrow. I like to pick just what I eat in a day. But there is another one here that is ready. And another one. This one really looks like that I have to take today. And it has so many side shoots on it. So we'll be able to plant many pineapples here from all these shoots. And from the top you barely can see the pineapple underneath. It's a small one, but the small ones are the sweetest. And walking down here in the canyon, which is a little bit more shade, there is this other star fruit trees next to the water apple tree, which gave so much fruit this year. And this one is full of fruits. They're really falling off the tree. Usually the shaking tactic works the best. Can you hear them fall? And then I can collect them. And sometimes I climb the tree if I see one that is pretty ready. Those sour ones, I prefer for the juicing and then mixing them with some sweet pineapples. It gives a delicious juice, or with some sugarcane juice, which I grow back there. And all of this area here is also pretty overgrown. And the ground is covered with sweet potatoes and pumpkins. One day I really have to check for the pumpkins. I'm sure there are some. And lots of tall turmeric plants. And then everywhere some pineapples, which some are pretty overgrown. And the noni tree here is producing so many nonis. This is really, I really got to love these fruits. And I'm so happy I got this tree, which in the beginning I was not sure if I want the noni tree, but it's the best thing ever. And it's the best remedy if you have any cuts or any burns, or if you hurt yourself working in the garden, just to put the flesh of the ripe fruit on the wound, and it heals the skin almost immediately. It is crazy. I never saw something like that. And then besides that, I like to make noni juice and drink it. And yeah, the pumpkin and sweet potato as a ground cover here works so well. And like this, all the fruit trees, they are nice and cool underneath. So it's a jungle, but it's beautiful and wild. And all these papaya trees, they got now so many papayas on them. I have to place this here. And then there are many soursop trees everywhere. And I just got a pumpkin. I saw it grow on top of this soursop tree. Must have fallen last night. It's a nice young pumpkin. A little bit eaten up here by an animal, but no problem. Then I got the beautiful guava tree also, which makes the first guavas this year. I tasted them already, and these are pink guavas, which are really delicious. This is a really good variety of tree. And then there's more pumpkin here, just overgrowing the trees. And the ground as a ground cover. This is an area of the garden which I really like, because it's pretty shady now due to all the papaya trees. And then I love when the ground is covered so densely. I'm just gonna try. This stick is long enough to get the papaya down on my way back home. Maybe even another one. And be careful not to be hit by it. Sometimes not easy. Those are nice, beautiful strawberry papayas. We get the nonis later. Cannot carry all. this is an abundance of being immersed in a garden with so many fruits. So that's basically the work that I do during the summer. It's harvesting and eating fruits. What a better work could I do? And now it's getting really hot, and I'm gonna make myself some breakfast, some juice, and I see you soon.